Alright, Trezin, I talked to Dean Steeler. He said he's more than okay with getting rid of us, would even like it to be sooner rather than later.
I can understand that. Yeah, it'd be better to get rid of you sooner rather than later. But I'm having some trouble connecting to your time. I did manage to get one cool artifact, though. A neat board with wheels on it.
That's a skateboard, but what can I do to help?
Honestly, nothing by my knowledge. I think I'm close to the point of fixing it, but there's also a chance that this won't be fixed until April, maybe?
Man, almost like we're working on something back home so I can make a major change to this channel, huh?
Yeah, almost. Who knows, right? Guess we won't know until things are finished, right?
Yeah, but what's the ETA on me getting my body back?
Next week, I had to trim off a second arm.
Second arm? You know I'm supposed to have 2 arms, right?
2 weeks? I'll reattach it.
Great. You know, I've been having some trouble sleeping recently.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, and my right leg has been killing me too. Like, it hurts if I move wrong, and my foot also has been hurting, but that might be from a diabetic seizure I've had recently.
David, you're in a machine. You don't need to sleep, and you don't have a nervous system to feel pain.
Ew. You know, you're right. It's probably because my brain says I should feel pain and it creates a simulation of pain.
Probably. Some pharaons or us Hartums, you know, those of us with free will and memory, do tend to react in the same way. The mind is incredible. Unfortunately, I don't have one.
Yeah, you lost your mind some few 100,000 years ago, right?
Are you going to review something or not?
I probably should. I was genuinely hoping I could stall this script out until we hit the 8 to 10 minute mark. Okay, what should I talk about? You know what? I'll take a look at that Digimon Digital Adventures TTRPG. This game is hard to find a PDF for, and it's not a great game, because there's a weird thing. The majority of the information is on a website, which the game was last updated in 2021. I did manage to find a PDF of it though, and we'll talk about that version. This PDF is not well kept. It's old, it looks old, and it feels old. It's not updated, and it genuinely looks like a first draft. The website as well is damn near impossible to navigate, as each bit of information is on a different web page. This is a game that takes way more effort than it's worth to actually play, so I want to start out by saying that. But starting this out, at least it says character creation is right out the front gate. It gives you 15 points to spend on 5 stats, and your torment level, which I don't know what that is yet. In fact, let's take a look at that. So, torments are flaws that affect gameplay. It looks like there's 3 kinds of torments: minor, major, and terrible. You start the game with either 2 minor ones or 1 major one. It looks like as the game progresses, you can spend points to, quote, come to terms, unquote, with said torments. There are 5 steps in the minor ones, 7 in the major ones, and 10 in the terrible ones. And you have a max as to how many steps you can take in each level of torment with those point spends. So, spending the points, you can take 2 steps in the minor list, 3 for the major, and 5 for the terrible one. I believe the rest must be done through story progression or actual gameplay. They kind of blend together there. Looks like during gameplay, you can make a check of 3d6 plus your willpower with a DC of 10 to try and overcome the torment a little bit. checking off one of those boxes. But if you roll 5 or lower, you become withdrawn, while rolling 0 or less, and you just start sobbing. These checks require time for your characters to talk to each other. Whether it's during rest periods or travel time, it's ultimately up to you and your game master. Now, back to the stats, 15 points. Body, agility, intelligence, willpower, and perception. Honestly, these each are very obvious as to what they are by name alone, so I won't go into details. But I will point out something. You got 15 points, and each of these stats can go up to 10, but can go as low as minus 10. So you can take away from one to add to others. You could balance everything and give 3 to everything as well, and when doing checks, you'll roll 3d6 and add said score to the number. It doesn't look like there's skills in this game, so we'll just skip over that for now at least. We'll find out. There's a little chart on difficulty levels for everything, but that's really not important. 10 is considered an everyday task, while 20 is damn near impossible, but not totally impossible. Stunts are something I kind of like in this game. It's a reward for being descriptive or playing your character well. You can get various kinds of stunts too, from a +1 to a +3 or even extra d6 or several. It says all the way up to 5d6, but if I'm reading that right, you could roll 8d6 on a check if you get the proper stunts. The next thing is aspects. Things about your character. Looks like 3 things specifically. Are they big? Then they get a boost to +2 to body checks, but a -2 to agility checks. There's several ones that are essentially just descriptions, and depending on the descriptions, they can help or hinder in certain ways. For example, the book describes a quote, funny fat guy, which would boost to them trying to help someone get through tough times, but may find problems when dealing with more animalistic Digimon or running away. Digimon also get their own stats, but it looks like they get a dice pool system, most of their stats being pre-selected by their evolution stage and their type. But I'm not seeing a Digimon list in this game, so I guess it wants you to go to the wiki and figure that shit for yourself, or perhaps it's on that unholy website. This book continues with the next chapter talking about combat, but like I said, this game is not well designed, and I've been ranting enough, so let's give this a score. For this version, I can only give it a 65% on the high end, as it's not well done or even complete. While looking at the website, it got even worse when trying to find information, so that updated version of the game gets no better of a score. I really want a good Digimon game. I loved the show as a kid. I really want to get back into my childlike state of mind and not look at everything so critically. Man, I feel sad now thinking about that. Shove off.